Here are 8 things that you probably need to hear.
Number 1. The present is the only time that you can act. You might feel trapped by your regrets from the past, or consumed by anxiety about the future. But here's the thing, the past is gone, and the future hasn't happened yet. The only time that you can act is now. Take a moment to breathe deeply. Feel the weight of this moment, the present. Every change you want to make starts here. Regret might tell you that you've missed your chance, but that's a lie. Each day that you wake up, you get another shot at rewriting your story. When you worry about the future, that's your mind just imagining scenarios that might never happen. Right now, this moment is your power. Use it wisely. Take just one small step towards your goal today, just one, and let that be enough. Number 2. Clarity comes from action, not overthinking. You don't need to have it all figured out from the start. I know it's tempting to wait for the perfect plan or perfect moment, but overthinking keeps you frozen. When you act, even if it's messy or imperfect, the path begins to reveal itself. Taking action will shut out overthinking. When you begin to work and work hard, your mind will get into such a rhythm that it won't even have the bandwidth to overthink anymore. If you're constantly overthinking, it may be a signal that you subconsciously know that you're not working hard enough, making it easier to fall into an endless cycle of doubts and allow excuses to creep in. The beauty of life is that clarity is born in the doing. Every mistake, every stumble teaches you something. So stop overanalyzing and just take that first step and trust that you'll figure it out along the way. Number 3. Effort always outweighs talent. If you always compare yourself to others and think that there's no way in this world that you're going to be able to achieve anything because there's already more people out there that are more talented and smart than you are doing it, you're wrong. Talent is overrated. Sure, some people are naturally gifted, but the ones who succeed, they're the ones that put in the work. You're just there to see their finished product after years of working on their craft. Hard work, persistency, and consistency, those are the true superpowers. You may not feel like the smartest or most talented person in the room, but I promise you that does not matter. What matters is that you keep showing up day after day. Effort builds discipline, discipline builds momentum, and momentum changes everything. Talent might open the door, but effort is what always keeps the door open. Number 4. Your value isn't measured by what others see. It's so easy to feel like you're not enough when you're not getting validated or the likes or the comments that you want. It's so easy to feel like you're not enough when no one notices your efforts. But your value isn't tied to the applause or the recognition. Some of the most impactful work happens in silence. Think about seeds being buried underground. They grow in darkness before they ever break the surface. Just because you're not getting the validation you crave doesn't mean that you're not growing. Stop measuring your worth by likes, comments, and external approval. Your value is inherent, and it's not up for debate. Number 5. Fear is a compass, not a cage. What scares you most often just points out what you truly care about most. Fear has a way of highlighting what matters to you. The trick with fear is, it wants to keep you safe, not fulfilled. It's like a guard at the edge of your comfort zone. Instead of letting it stop you, use it as a guide. Just ask yourself, why am I afraid of this? What's on the other side of this fear? The life you want often lies just beyond the things that you're most afraid to face. Fear isn't the enemy. It's a signal that you're on the right path. It's time to start getting comfortable with it. Number 6. You are the hero you've been waiting for. Stop waiting for someone to come to save you, waiting for the perfect opportunity or the perfect partner or the perfect mentor. You are the hero of your story. Everything that you need is already inside of you. You have the strength, the resilience, and the courage to take the first step. Heroes aren't fearless. They're the ones who act despite their fear. Just because you haven't done the things you want doesn't mean you're not capable of doing it. If you can vision it, you can achieve it. The only thing that can possibly stop you is your limiting mindset, not your natural abilities. Believe in yourself and trust yourself. You're capable of much more than you think. Number 7. It's okay to feel alone sometimes. Loneliness is part of the human experience. Everyone feels it at some point, even if they don't show it, but feeling alone doesn't mean you're truly alone. The connections you most often crave start with vulnerability, which is a scary word for a lot of people, but it's always good to keep in your mind to open up, share your thoughts, your fears, and your dreams. You'll be surprised by how many people are waiting to meet the real you. When loneliness feels unbearable, remember this: it's temporary. It's a moment, not a sentence. You're stronger than it, and you'll find your people. Number 8. This is the oldest you've been and the youngest you'll ever be. Think about that for a minute. Right now, in this exact moment, you have lived the longest that you've ever lived. You have more experience, wisdom, and strength than you've ever had before. But you also have more time, energy, and potential ahead of you at this point in your life than you ever will again. This is a reminder to act with urgency, but also hope. You've lived through enough to know what you want and what you don't want. Use that knowledge to shape the life you're building. No matter your age, there is so much possibility ahead of you. Don't let this moment slip by. You are literally sitting in the perfect moment to take on the world right here, right now.